Hi, my name is Hope. I'm actually from England, originally London, and I moved to Beijing to make artwork here, where I've lived for 5 years now. I observed environmental conditions. You know, the climate's very extreme. It's very hot, it's extremely cold, it's very dry, it can get very polluted, it can get very windy. Things like that kind of got my imagination working. I wanted to get a bike to start cycling again in Beijing because I gave up riding a bike for about 5 years. And I went to Walmart and I got a bike for 200 RMB, the cheapest bike I could find. So anyway, I took this cheap bike back to the studio, and then I had various things lying around in here, and then I realised I could actually attach some of them to it. Well, the main way that it works is it uses, so once you're pedalling, it generates electricity, and it uses a high voltage transformer to generate a static charge called a corona charge. And what that does is the dust particles get positively charged, and then they get sucked in, and then they stick to something inside. And then the clean air is taken down the tube and then to the respirator mask to the person who's riding it. It works a little bit like the things that they have in factories to clean the air. I just read about things, found parts, put them together, so it was it's very kind of experimental and very direct. We didn't have to get help from anyone. No special parts to be made. It's all just stuff you can find, which is an interesting way to make things simple. It's kind of like when you look at it, you get the idea of what it does, but the actual practical application of it is slightly skeptical. But it was more, I made it just to go in this design exhibition to make people think about how you could solve something like a problem as big as bad air, breathing, the whole concept of living in something that you can't do anything about as a individual. Well, I think the problem is it's like people are poisoning themselves. So in my studio, I burn in the winter 1 ton of coal a week, maybe half a ton. I don't know what I can do about that. So I'm actually like coming up with a solution to a problem that I'm actively generating, which is kind of a paradox. I am part of the problem and I am part of the solution at the same time, so it doesn't make sense.